broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hey, welcome everybody. I want to welcome to today's Thursday's Google Hangout, and just definitely look forward to helping everyone across your virtual portal land. And we're just sharing the vSmart out there, and it's very, very popular. It's getting popular because people are starting to find out that we have a virtual business card that is just amazing. And today we're going to talk a little bit about branding, and we're going to get into, of course, the leadership and things, the excitement of the vSmart, and exactly how to promote and sell it. A lot of people are probably tuning in, and that's one of the questions that I get. A lot of feedback is, how exactly do I present this vSmart to someone? And it's really, really simple because Colleen, our CEO, has taken all of the work out. All you have to do is just text it, and that's it. It sells itself. So I'm going to show you a few vSmarts and show you how easy it is to bring someone into your virtual portal. But first, let's just get started. Again, welcome. I'm going to probably take about 20 minutes of your time today, and I know you're busy, maybe on your lunch break. We just have tons of people out there tuning in to your virtual portal as we're growing leaps and bounds since our launch, May 14th, 15th, 16th. I believe it was May 16th, and back in May. It's going by so fast, and we've been able to just really reach a large audience, and we had a great call Sunday. You were able to hear from Kids Against Hunger, the people behind that, and I tell you, that was just so powerful. Matter of fact, I'm just going to show you in a few seconds that actual link that they have with Kids Against Hunger. Very, very powerful message there in your virtual portal. We're able to help a lot of people. I think I heard on the call that they were have fed over 40 million kids. That's just powerful, and that's really a wonderful thing. So just going to get started and let you know a little bit about who we are, who's behind it, and I'll just start off with a picture of our CEO, of course, and COO, Colleen and John Sullivan. You've probably heard that name or seen that picture on our website. If you haven't had a chance to meet these guys, they're excellent leaders, visionaries. Colleen's a visionary. Her husband is just awesome when it comes to training and promoting your virtual portal. I'll show you a few videos that he's put together for your virtual team so that you can share different ideas and different ways to market the vSmart. Again, they've taken all of the work out. Wonderful people, wonderful leaders, and so that's Colleen and John Sullivan, and we just want to say thank you to them because this is an excellent, excellent service that's well needed. Again, we have Kenneth and Lisa. You probably heard them on our webinars, so if you ever hear our Google Hangout webinars, matter of fact, Kenneth did a wonderful job Sunday. On Sunday's call, he actually interviewed the people behind Kids Against Hunger, and also John Sullivan as well. And it was an excellent, excellent interview. He did a wonderful job, and a lot of times you may have heard his webinars with Kenneth and Lisa. They're a wonderful team, and they do really wonderful things with your virtual portal as well. And the next slide here is Pastor Battle. We have a pastor's call Monday night, so if you have anybody when it comes to nonprofits or charities, his particular call is designed more for that type of a conversation. If you have questions and what some of the leaders out here are doing with nonprofits, such as churches and things like that, or you definitely want to plug into that call, and that's on Monday nights. And everything that I'm mentioning as far as these calls, if you check your emails, normally each day that we have a webinar, Google Hangout, or even if you're watching it on the vShop Live, you definitely can plug in and keep pace with what's going on. We have a lot of different events and webinars and Google Hangouts and trainings. This is Clyde Richardson, and he's definitely Sunday nights. You probably heard his voice, maybe seen his webinars. Does a wonderful job. Excellent leader with your virtual portal as well. And then we have Hector Rosario. He's the master distributor. He's always, I talked to him earlier. He's either in a meeting or going to a meeting or driving to the next meeting or coming into your town, and he likes to help build and put people in the right position so that things can get done, and that's what he's really talented at. And then, of course, you've got Rachel Danner. That's my wife. She actually does the training. You probably heard her on Tuesdays at 10 o'clock Eastern Time, Tuesday nights, she does a training on the VShop Live, how to do the Google Hangout, and she's doing a webinar, all three at the same time. And that is powerful because on Tuesday nights, she's actually building a vSmart from scratch, and normally under 7 minutes. And she shows you how quick it is to make changes. And a lot of times she's answering questions because people may be asking questions and things of that nature. So it's a great way to see and get your questions answered. But more important, if you have somebody that wants to see a vSmart built from scratch, and she does a wonderful job. And then, of course, you can see me there in the background. So just wanted to touch a little bit on our leadership and the excitement that we have. And I had just mentioned a while ago, Sunday. I mean, we were just, wow, it was jam-packed. And we actually had this particular link here, Kids Against Hunger partners with your virtual portal replay. Support kids against hunger. And very powerful. And you can see a picture right there with Kenneth as he's interviewing Kids Against Hunger. The interview was awesome, and you're able to go back and listen to that. And then, of course, you can see there's different links below as far as donating or doing anything like that as well. So very, very powerful here, right here on your screen. That's Kids Against Hunger, the #1.yourvirtualportal.net. You can go there, and like I said, that's just was a powerful 20-minute. And you also have John Sullivan on there as well, talking about the advantage and the benefits of your virtual portal and teaming up with Kids Against Hunger. So I just wanted to showcase that since it was such a huge event last Sunday. So thanks and hats off to everybody that participated in that. Okay, we're going to move into, like I mentioned, some trainings here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back on the screen here, and a lot of times I like to start off with letting people know that your virtual portal, when we talk about texting a vSmart, it has its advantages because no longer do you have to use the typical business card. And when I say business card, a lot of times people are purchasing business cards out there, and you've probably seen just tons of these laying around, and people are like passing them out and giving them to you, and you probably got them in your car. I don't think a lot of them even make it out of the car, but if they do make it out of the car and don't get to the trash can, maybe they get into the home, and eventually you may look at it, you may not. But one thing effective about the vSmart is it's a texting tool. And whenever you send a vSmart, it's real simple because people are texting. There's over 50,000 texts sent every second. And they say that the average person checks their text within 10 minutes. So it's a very effective way to communicate instead of the typical business cards or maybe even the circulars. A lot of times you get these in the mail, and again, they may make it to the home, and they may make it to the car, didn't from the car get to the home, so that whoever can review it, maybe it's the wife or whoever is looking at that thing. So a lot of times they just get scattered on the ground. So what your virtual portal, one thing I like about it is a vSmart or a virtual business card can be sent, and you don't even, it's not even involving cutting down a tree because with business cards and circulars, a lot of times that is cutting down a tree, and you have to pretty much keep on paying for that week after week or month after month, and eventually it can become very expensive. Same with radio advertisement. Nothing wrong with those ways of advertising, but I can tell you when you send a vSmart and a person receives that virtual business card, it has everything right there for you. Your call to action buttons. It has your all your social media links, which is very important because people are on Twitter, they're on Facebook, LinkedIn, and you put everything in one place as you're branding yourself. And that's the key to the point that every time somebody receives a text from you, they can know, wow, that's one of those vSmarts. And vSmart is the easy way to brand yourself. It's no different than Michael Jordan, when everybody knew he was sponsored with Gatorade back in the day. But one thing, if you see this right here, normally the first thing that pops into your mind is it in you? That's the slogan. Gatorade, is it in you? Well, that's branding. When it becomes so popular that when a person just looks at something and automatically thinks a certain thing, that's a great job. But when you text someone as a business, from a business perspective, do people sort of think of you in that same light? Well, that's what, V-Smarts are able to do, help you brand yourself. And I'm just going to show you here. We're going to go to our .com site. And I'll just show you real quick what I'm talking about when I say branding yourself. A lot of times when people are in a business, they tend to get lost in that particular company because there's not really a lot about them. It's pretty much about that particular company. So what I'm talking about by branding yourself with this new technology such as the vSmart, and this is what it looks like when you send the text. We have people that may be already in your virtual portal, or maybe somebody invited you here for the first time, and I just don't want to overlook anyone, but this is what a vSmart looks like. It looks just like on your cell phone or a smartphone. It looks just like this, and you also are able to send it to someone on a laptop or even their personal computer, and it conforms and it fits that. But as you can see here, if I just wanted to look at, let's just say, St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Well, of course, down below you can see the call to action buttons down here where you have donate by mail. That's a call to action button. So if you hear me say call to action, that's what I'm referencing, a way for someone to take action right now, right? And right below it you see Facebook or Twitter or St. Jude's Google+. And you can just really see how when you're looking at a vSmart, it takes and brings all your social media links together. It also brings your video of your choice, which if you can copy and paste, you can just go to YouTube, take any video that you want, and then just put it right there for the viewing. And if you need to change it, you can change it within 30 seconds. Very simple. And another good thing is when you do send a vSmart, it's not a text. It's not a text. So if it's not it's not an app. Meaning you don't have to download anything. So when you text that vSmart, it's not an app. You can text as many as you want. So it goes back to that cost effectiveness where normally when you are marketing your circulars, that's what I meant to say, or your business cards, anything like, you have to continue on over and over purchasing that. But when you send a vSmart, you can send it as many times as you want, unlimited text, and then a person can then receive that text. If they wanted to, they can forward that text to someone else. And you see how fast you're going viral, and plus you're branding yourself because people, you can make that vSmart fit you. You could say, amazing leader John Doe is sharing the world a healthy way of living. Now all of a sudden you become amazing leader John Doe versus just John Doe. Down below, John Doe's leadership, and you put that down below on maybe the LinkedIn button versus just LinkedIn. So you're beginning to brand yourself, and then people can begin to see you as an amazing leader every time that you send out a vSmart versus just John Doe. That's just a simple example there. I'm going to go down here to show you where we do have several, as you can see under categories, over 100 different companies here. If you click on, you will see the vSmart, and it's just real simple. Normally we use something as simple as, let's just say Mary Kay. Okay, most people can recognize that. When I clicked on that, and this is at your .com site, so anytime you go to your .com site, you click on, put your tab on product, and then click on the actual return on advertisement link, scroll down, and you'll see where the categories are of all these different companies if you ever want to show someone. And one thing that's popular now, and I'm getting a lot of feedback over the last couple months, a lot of people have never seen it or wondered how did we do that, where you can actually be at vSmart Live streaming, vShop Live streaming while you're doing a Google Hangout and a webinar all at the same time. And you just go to vshoplive.yourvirtualportal.net. That's vshoplive.yourvirtualportal.net. Put that on your, right there, and you could watch it. Right now, we're live streaming, so if you wanted to see what I'm talking about with that excellent tool that was announced at the launch, you can see where you can be on your phone, and I'm streaming, talking to you right now, while you may be sitting in the parking lot, or somebody else is at home watching me on Google or on a webinar, but also people can see this live stream as we're speaking right now. And again, I mentioned that happens a lot of times when we're doing our trainings here, whether it's our Google Hangout webinar, VShop Live, everything going on at one time. People love that. Very, very powerful feature. So again, back to this picture here with Mary Kay. You can see there's a video there. Of course, you can swap it out if you'd like. Underneath, of course, you got Facebook, Twitter, and all your call to action buttons like buy now. And you send that, and it looks so much better than the typical text that you receive out there. And at the very bottom, I'll go back up here at the top of your .com site just to show you how to maneuver here. And again, you see these countries. We're in all these different countries since we launched, like I said, back in May. And the owner's paid every Friday. So if you're sharing this with other people and people are getting involved and you're looking for some passive income, very, very powerful plan here. And one of the things I will tell you, and this is just my personal testimony, is I've never had anybody that I sent a vSmart to tell me that, oh, I've seen that before, or I've got one of those. A friend of mine sent me one of those. So you're in a prime time opportunity where really we're getting this out to the masses, even though we are international in other countries. And yes, even other countries pay every Friday, so you get excited about that. And Colleen has not missed, the CEO, Colleen Sullivan, has not missed a payday since September of last year's launch. So just to let you know how effective she is in making sure that people are rewarded for sharing your virtual portal. So hats off to that as well. And you can see here we have now leading back to John Sullivan. I mentioned earlier he does a good job training with videos out here. If you click on vSmart Return on Advertisement Tools, and you can see if you scroll down to the very bottom, you'll see vSmart for personal use. And he has several videos. A lot of people have been in for weeks and didn't even realize this was down there. The majority of the people that I have brought into this business, when I would show them these examples, that's so their mind opened up like a giant Japanese fan all of a sudden, and it just was like, wow, this is so much bigger than just a traditional business or nonprofit. You can literally use it for personal use. Yes, there are kids out there that's using their vSmarts. Yes, they love technology. But one I like to show for a lot of people who understand that you hear the term, the money is in the follow-up, or you hear these companies and they've got a great following or maybe a great organization, but they can't get the information out. And a lot of times if they get it out, the people are not opening it. They say when emails are sent to a group, and it's going to be people that you personally know, that 80% of them I've heard don't get open or go to spam or get deleted. So imagine if you could send a text to everyone in your organization, and then if you know that 90% of the people are checking their text within 10 minutes, then that's a very effective way to communicate. So what you're able to do is simply do a simple video, maybe something like several that John has below. You can show those, but I'm going to show you one that I like, and a lot of leaders like this one, so I'm going to play it and just sort of give you an overview real quick of how leaders are using this to communicate with their organization, and it's a very, very effective way.
Hey guys, what's up? It's John here. A couple quick important announcements for you guys. This is going to be the same thing for the next 4 weeks. Every Monday night at 9 o'clock, the company is going to be hosting a webinar. Try to get as many people on the webinar as you can. If for some reason they can't get on at 9, that's okay. 10 o'clock, we're going to do a team conference call. We're going to try to bring everyone we know onto that to help grow and establish your business center. That's what we're here to do, to help you out. So bring your people, let's grow this thing, let's help out each other. That's what we're here to do. Thank you, have a good night, and I'll see you on Monday.
Now, you can see how that video is very, very effective because he's able to just simply send a text, not an email, but that video is very effective just texting that, and then everybody's getting it, and a lot of times people respond, oh, thank you. So you know there's a heartbeat on the other side versus an email, and you don't know, really even know if they are getting it. Should show you one more just to give you a quick example. You can use it. This is John Harris here, and this is an example that he's using just in a different way.
Hey guys, this Saturday is Sam's surprise birthday party. Try to get over to the house by 11:45. We have baseball practice, so we should be home about noon. So we want to have everyone in house ready, so when he walks in, bam, surprise. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have lunch. We're going to have a jump house. Have everyone come up. No one tell them. This is going to be great. All right? I'll see you on Saturday.
Wow. See, that's powerful. And just imagine, maybe you do plan events and things like that. And one of the things that you'll find out is sometimes event planning, the hardest part is those deadlines. Let's say, for example, maybe you're planning something that involves a head count, meaning how many people are going to be there, because that's going to factor in how much food that you'll need, or how many seats that you need, or But let's just say, for example, if you used a vSmart, and that was your way of advertising and getting that out, because again, if somebody is handing out some type of circular or something with information on it, then it may get out, it may not, But a text is simple because somebody can just forward it to someone else, and before you know it, that text is just moving viral. And at the same time, in that vSmart, just like you can see down below here, you have a register now. Well, if people are registering and just simply filling out something, and you now sort of have a way of knowing how many people are registered, and then as you get further down, you may actually have a button on there that says pay. So now you can sort of see how many people actually have paid. Maybe you're attached to your PayPal and people are already paying for tickets or whatever the case may be, but you get more of a better account for what you need to spend to plan that event, so that you don't have too many chairs, or too big of a room, or too much food, or either too less. And people that's planned events can probably understand that is very, very sometimes hard to judge how big the crowd is going to be. But with a vSmart, it makes life a little bit easier. So that's just another personal way that John has there that you can use. And the reason why I use John's videos here, some people ask sometimes, says, well, why do you show these videos? Because technically, John has done so many different examples, and a lot of people are afraid to do a YouTube video. For some reason, it may take a little time or practice, but all you have to do is turn the camera on, and you can retake if you mess up. But maybe if you don't want to do it, then your virtual portal has sort of taken out any excuses for someone to be able to share this wonderful product. So you can click on all those below under the personal use, and he's showing different examples, from how to sell a boat to maybe a house to a company event that we're having, and just so many different ways that you could really just text that to someone who may be in that same mindset. Maybe you do know somebody that plans a lot of parties, or someone who maybe is in real estate, or maybe someone who's, they're the team mom and they're always having to get things organized, whether it be through fundraising and all of those different things. Well, you can take the vSmart video of your choice down there and text it to that particular person. And what better person than to have someone who's very good at what they do, like John Sullivan, just do a quick 30-second example for you. And then what catches a lot of their attention is the fact that they can actually donate now or buy now, the call to action buttons, and then if there's the company Facebook or the company whatever social media link, Twitter, that it can be right there below, and that company is actually branding themselves, or you could be branding yourself and just getting more of an audience and just going viral even quicker. So that's where we're headed. I mean, if you look, and as you were walking down the street, or it doesn't matter where you're at, in the grocery store, at any sports event, and hopefully they don't do it in the movie theaters, because they come on the screen and tell you to don't do it. But a lot of people are texting, and it's if that's where their eyes are, is on that smartphone, then you want to make sure that's where your information is that you're trying to get out to people. And unlimited, yes, unlimited text. People love that. The fact that the vSmart's unlimited, it's not an application. You can turn around, get started for less than $1 a day is what it costs a month to be able to not only have one vSmart, but you get 3. And that's just incredible. I know a person was talking to me about how, in their business, somebody had came through one time and had asked to build them, an app so that they could, sort of have something in a way to communicate with their, customers. And after it was all said and done and the guy demonstrated what it would be, the price was like $3,000. And if any changes needed to be made, then of course you're probably going to have to contact that tech person. And then there are sometimes an additional charge of maybe $30 to make that change. And then you have to wait until they're available to get to you. So it could be that day or it could be 2 days. You really don't know. So you don't have the control. But for less than $1 a day, it comes back to being able to have the control to change anything at any time. You have more than one vSmart. Very, very easy to maneuver or set one up, less than 7 minutes. And if you ever go to our Tuesday webinar, Google Hangout /vSmart Live streaming on Tuesdays at 10, you can see how easy it is to do a vSmart and how easy it is to make changes. So, and then you can get questions answered as well. Like I said, I like to keep our Google Hangouts around about 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes. But that's one of the things I just wanted to share with you today was the fact that, your virtual portal is a wonderful company. We've got excellent training. We're international. You paid every Friday, easy to share. You just text something that most people have never seen before. We help people do what they do better. So we're not asking anyone to stop and join us. We're asking you to just consider effectively communicating your opportunity, branding yourself with your social media links all at one platform with the capture page, a video, and less than $1 a day, you can send unlimited text. That is powerful. So hope you've just enjoyed your day hanging out here, and look forward to you, a next Google Hangout next week. And everybody be safe. And until then, we'll see you next week. Thanks.